a Metallica shirt before the album dropped. A week later, smashed a trophy at a show. Was taking up the space that I needed to grow.
Hop, hop goes the weasel. Drop, drop goes the easel. This is hip hop for the people. Stop calling it emo.
I know a kid who thinks he's hip-hop cause he buys it. I know a kid who thinks he's hip-hop cause he never buys shit. Underground and mainstream, some are bound to change teams. Y'all weren't doing this dirt when J. Rue came clean. Before the Freddie Fox conflict with DMX, around the time when Jay-Z and Nas' girl had sex, I used to wake up every morning on a hardwooden floor, living in Brooklyn with a car I couldn't afford. And if I wasn't hanging out in front of Fat Beast Records, I was in the factory mailing out my 12 inches. Nowadays, the DJs don't even spin wax to fuck a promo copy, buddy. You can download the track. Serato, chromosexual laptop, a hollow existence in a bottle. You sip, then swallow. I trip quick to follow the path that made sense. Started out with a live band, then worked with turntablists. Now I strike the match with the back of my front teeth and light up the stage with just speech. I remember the days Ken and Dave let me crash on their couch. Then I saved what I couldn't put the cash in my mouth. When I played in my hood I had a fraction of ounce, till Atmosphere put me on and now we're back in the house. Since the mid-80s this has been a game of cat and mouse. It's funny hearing all the shit these rappers brag about, knowing all of them are walking around with massive doubts, talking about it's only status and platinum plaques that count.
Pop, pop goes the weasel. Drop, drop goes the easel. This is hip hop for the people. Stop calling it emo. Irony is dead. It's so motherfucking dead. I was there by his deathbed, and the last words that it said was white boy.
I'm still sick with an independent record label. I built quick just when I got sick of waiting tables, and in the blink of an eye I waged war as a known soldier with the soul you can't pay for. I ran a business on my own two legs, known to beg if I needed to with homegrown bootlegs. Cut and paste images of my face, photocopied and stopily place them in a case.
Strange famous.
I stayed true when school was in session, went to college to buy time, that shit was expensive, so I shamelessly self-promoted the radio station with open doors and opportunities. Eventually made it to Oakland, where Anticon accepted me with open hands. Journals got personal on a $1 advance. We had a hope that a UK label smashed, so I crossed out my eyes and signed the epitaph. This is the hustle of an MC. The distrust is healthy in a dirty industry where the promises are empty. I'm more honest and friendly, more handsome than sexy. Let me bring you up to speed. Humans do a dance that's deadly.
Pop goes the easel. Drop, drop goes the easel. This is hip hop for the people. Stop calling it emo.
You can't kill me, motherfucker. You can't kill me, motherfucker. You may try, but you will die. You can't kill me, motherfucker.
Go to bed late, then I have to wait, get to work, keep it going, can't stop, can't take a break, gotta get it done. It's time for me to do the things I wanna do, but by the time I finish it, it's time for me to talk to you and then explain what I do in my day. Well, it's complicated and you say pray tell and I will try. If I miss any details, think about it later and then send it in an email, cause my brain is on a loop but there's a buzz that I need to troubleshoot, not now. Gotta get the work done. Last night of Mother Day is turning to the first one. I'm never gonna, I'm never gonna, I ain't never gonna, ever gonna die. Pedal to the metal, gotta get ahead. Gonna run another red light in the dead of the night, letting the light from my cell phone distract my eyes. Sexual text messaging in my mind. Fingers are busy, but now I'm looking in the mirror, cause the people behind me, they're giving me the middle finger. I kill them if they pull up any closer to my bumper. Short-tempered mother, shut your mouth. Drinking the coffee, now I'm dumping it out. He's honking his horn like you wanna throw down. He thinks I'm mortal, you wanna go now. I'm ready for the typically cyclical civil obedience. Typically cyclical civil obedience. Typically cyclical civil obedience. I'm a trusted man with a company van and a supervisor who just does a summary scan, and a coworker who's always like, discover me, man. In the morning we all get into the huddle again.
Like, can we even make more money?
I wonder what the luxury is really taken from me.
I don't even have to worry. Typically cyclical, simple, civil obedience. Typically cyclical, simple, civil obedience. Typically cyclical, simple, civil obedience. Typically cyclical, simple, civil obedient people are gonna die, cause they can't live
boys in a small town with a small music man. You're just four guys in the law's eyes. Your voice is worth more than you know when you're not fooling anyone. I'm not a con artist. You're penciling your promises, eroding eraser tips. I'm sick of your colleges, expensive taste tester.
Spit that wine.
Excessive waste, yes, but it's that time for me to get randomly checked again. Bored and ticket marked with a blood red pen. Water bottle sitting in my pocket and I'm walking with a grin. Cause the liquid isn't permitted. I'm ripping up the ticket for the lady at the counter. It's confetti in her face. Should've never let me in this place. Fly boy in a brown estate. I got a feeling that I'm never gonna get let out the gate cause I'm the bomb. Yeah, I said it cool, collected and calm. Maneuver through the computer to do a little song. My music got the charm. Smoother than a cougar, attack the mic and get on the intercom.
Hello passengers, fellow activists, whether you're masochist, mellow pacifist, tell those facts and it is no accident. By the end of this record you're gonna know.
Typically said, simple, simple obedience. Typically said, simple obedience. Typically said, simple obedience. Typically said, simple obedience.
Are you listening, love? I got a theory for us. Can you hear me enough? Can you hear me my stuff? About to move up this scary cemetery of trust. Living just a little bit, it isn't nearly enough. Living just a little bit, it isn't nearly justified. Cause I am never gonna die.
I wanna keep making things. Death really is not to be part of my everyday activity. It's not in my music anymore. I don't want it there. It'll sneak its way in and out, but that's we're beyond that. I mean, the death only as a concept is what matters, and God as a concept is one of those huge things to me, and to you. I know you much better than you think I do. I hope we meet sometime. I would love to shake your hand and maybe get a kiss right there on my face. And, I don't know, maybe have sex a little bit.
Not that what we're doing is wrong. Let's try to keep this here secret between me, you, and this song. Menage a trois that sings to me sinfully. God plays along,
What you want with a woman who won't do what she says.
I was sweet on her, she was sweet on Jesus. And we slept with a blanket barrier between us. Master of a craft, I had her laughing like hyenas when I asked her if she'd marry an elitist. Staggering genius and lace with the grace of a drunken monk. The mask isn't seamless cause her face says something suck. But I don't dare ask her, I just listen. Switching to my good ear and adjusting my position. As she discussed Ginsburg, I listen and learn. As she disperses words, I just resisted the urge to do like he would, whatever he wanted. If she allowed me to, she dangled that carrot and then asked me, what would Bukowski do? Don't go there. He'd make you his mom and then completely lie about it in a book later on. Spirits were lifted when she whispered something French in my ear. Tension was there. When I responded in English, it sounded less sincere. The sex in the air couldn't be left alone. So welcome to the Terror Dome, a bedroom full of pheromones where nothing that we say is set in stone. If I thought it was for posterity, I'd already be writing better poems. But I'm talking in extremes, best this and best that. Let's not regret anything that ever gets said to this hellcat. Creeping on all fours, ready for combat. With secretive wars, sneaking the clause in our contract. Bending every which way but loose, with no proof that anything that we've suggested to this day is the whole truth. Was a medical slow dance. Said my advance was sexual. Held my genitals with cold hands. Set up the coke cans, broke out the Red Rider. And one by one I tried to knock out everything that's dead inside her. She used to treat street dividers like a balance beam. Arms spread wider than the legs in her dad's magazine. Reenacting the pages that she could trap between. I used it for kindling and then spilled the gasoline. Now I'm your water boy. I fetch it from your cheeks just like tennis balls. Smell the stench of you weakness on the bedroom walls. Somebody careless let them vaporize. Who let these fall to the floor from your poor vacant eyes? Disintegrate first impression. But I work better on page. They say words are my profession. Let me spell it out in simple language, plain English. I want your suicide to be a book of mine that I never finished. dark lenses tint the windows that are under my eyelids to hide from the light like I'm stuck in a fire pit, burning up inside with no desire to live through these lies. So I suffer in silence, culture of violence, truth stuck behind my lips, bound, gagged, and whipped, stripped, divided, and split, eating words with a forked tongue. And now the grumble on my stomach's got the thump of a war drum. A battle going on inside, nobody's safe from. Clowns are playing Russian roulette with paint guns. They run in place, and they call it the human race, losing pace with that stupid look on their face, shooting blanks. And all they ask is why I wear these glasses, and all I can tell them is hell, it's good fashion. All they ask is why I wear these glasses, and all I can tell them is hell. We're acting like men of steel with a thin protective shield, gathering the raw footage that can never make the final reel. So we cover up the stories that eyes tell, make way for what we take to the grave. It doesn't bide well with souls buried in a Faustian bargain bin. In the cemetery there's a joust between God and men, talking loud but ain't saying nothing. Used to have daily discussions, I doubt we'll ever talk again. All they ask is why I wear these glasses, and all I can tell them is hell, it's good fashion. All they ask is why I wear these glasses, and all I can tell them is hell.
Death, be not proud, though some have called thee mighty and dreadful. Thou art not so, but those thou dost think as thou dost overthrow, die not for death, nor canst thou kill.
Clickety-clack, gather my fangs and I quickly attack. Sword in my sheath, knife in my back, keep enemies closer than where friends are at. Rolls in my mouth, the petals are black. One armored suit, the metal's intact. I come fully strapped with a skull woolly hat. Just picture that. Clickety-clack. Now I find my location and unfold the map. My index inspects it and follows the path. My horse is on loan and I borrowed a staff from some mystical wizard. I will give it back. But I'm off to the races, my face has got cracks, worn out and weathered like a red leather mask. Been through the storm, future, present, and past. Light as a feather, swift as a cat, cold as a rock. You know not what you knit from my sack, little bastard. You'll get skinned for that, and swim with the fishes once I finish this task. No strings attached. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Gather my fangs, quickly attack. Sword in my sheath, knife in my back. Keep enemies closer than where friends are at. Kick myself in the ass for not bringing my axe, but I got the flash paper in one single match. Light won't escape me, a fire will catch. You'll beg and you'll plead, you'll scream and you'll scratch, but nothing can save you, you need to relax. I'll keep you alive for a while, feed you scraps, love you like you deserve love with some smacks, a kick and a slap. It's no longer personal, I'm simply detached from what's hurtful. I need to keep my business exact, separate beings. I can see our differences are vast and I can't bridge the gap. Clickety-clack. Built a rickety raft out of twigs and some grass, and I made it to shore just before it collapsed. Salute to this mission, take swigs from your flask, tilt your glass, pick your poison. I'm poised to be fast on your scent. Picked it up just by sniffing the tracks, kept my ear to the ground and heard snickers and laughs, adding insult to injury for criminal acts. Now the cost of your freedom is a liberty tax. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Gather my fangs, quickly attack. Sword in my sheath, knife in my back. Enemies closer than where friends are at. You should've known better than to be mingling with rats. Gotta lead to your shack from some gypsies in the trash. Cryptic interactions, I asked them to stick to facts. Made a trade and gave them everything that I packed. There's a brick through your window, kids sit through the glass. Notice the note in which the brick was wrapped, explaining that I know how you're quick to the dash, but it won't be very long before you slip in my trap. Like a moth to the flame with its wings in the wax, it's hard to escape with your limbs in the cast. Your heart will deflate when your wrists both get slashed, and gradually I snap these synapses in half. Magnificent crescendo, the cymbals all crash. You'll pay for your deeds, but we don't accept cash. We will mix and match this for that, tit for tat, gonna get it back. Get you back. You are really not all that dope. You are really not all that dope. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You read me all wrong, fellow. You need to do your research. An MC with a 4-song demo and you got t-shirt? Hell no. Now I don't wanna do a CD trade. I wanna see you make the TV DJ fade into the rave scene. It seems he just came from those sticks and energy drinks. You're getting hyped up on white stuff never meant to be snooped. You like dust? Well, I might bust your whole family, but y'all ain't hippie chicks and pixie sticks ain't nose candy. Serving bags with herbal magic, selling placebos to too many people. Got your girl's ass caked. Your lady got overpowered and you got played. Selling baby powder, it's over the counter drug trade. Oh, you a big shot? Now you hip hop? Shall I stop? Nah, I think not. I rip shop like parking tickets, use slingshots to target biggest. I don't really kill cops. I just want you to think
You are really not all that dope. You are really not all that dope. No, no,
But DJ Undercutter, he wants to feed his turntable scraps to MC Hollywood is only fly till the cable snaps. He's a rapper thinking battles were a meal ticket. Came out for the album and he couldn't write real lyrics. 8 Mile wasn't true, shithead. Was a promotional tool, but not for you, shithead. So let me tell you exactly what to do, shithead. Don't be a fool, stay in school, shithead. You're really not all that dope. You are really not all that dope.
Shooting all the midgets and I'm shooting all the midgets. Shooting all the giants and I'm shooting all the giants.
But am I really all that fresh? But am I really all that fresh?
Shooting all the midgets and I'm shooting all the midgets. Shooting all the giants and I'm shooting all the giants.
I said fake friends got nothing to do in my world. If you ain't dead, you ain't a suicide girl. You can tattoo that onto your back with the broken wings. Hope for the best while you jump from buildings. I wanna levitate like the featherweights up in helium. Flow out of this place if I ain't fucking feeling them. They need to study lessons and then posse up. Fucking apprentice, I got more firepower than Donald Trump. BB gun, one hand on the pump. When I run out of ammo, I'ma slap shot this hockey puck. Soccer moms are copulating with hockey dads. Housewives wear maternity dresses like body bags. They pull up novelty dildos as a party gag. Dilly dally at a women's rally where they lollygag. Yo, wear poetry around your neck. It's an outdated laminate and they can't make it to sound check. Yo, wave your new jack flags like a late pass. Well, they ain't all that bad, no, they just fake jacks. They got the new street slang, or I'll keep current. No command of language, but they act like they're deep cause of it. Fuck a deaf poet. And all the concessions they make, I just filled another pinata with demo tapes. I'm gunning for you, chump. With a triple barrel shotgun, don't try to cover up. My nipple grabs are awesome. Shooting all the midgets.
I'm sorry
shooting all
that
the
this kind of
midgets.
shit is
Shooting
so
all the giants. Shooting all
You
the
know how
giants.
fucking easy this is for me? Yeah, sure, it's a
Shooting all
dirty
the
bomb.
giants.
City,
Shooting all the giants.
the little guys are just as shitty as the big guys. That's the point. You can take this in your mouth, take it home, sit it at your mama.
You know what? Yo, peep this. Lottie Dottie, I hate party people. Hate the way the DJ just plays pop when he rocks the needle. I don't wanna socialize with guys that I can't speak to, or women who I see through, cause I don't need to. You are really not all that dope. You are really not all that dope. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. But am I really all that fresh? But am I really all that fresh?
That's fresh, fresh. That's fresh, fresh. That's fresh, fresh. That's fresh, fresh.
This is what broccoli is all about.
And the way you boiled broccoli, its texture, and the green color is so wonderful. I'm simply amazed as a housewife right now.
Why don't you serve this to President George Bush? You know, he once told the press that he wasn't too crazy about broccoli, and it actually made the news.
I never imagined broccoli can be put together with something sweet like this. And the yogurt is not so overpowering either.
I think he went to the extent of being, well, you could say an evangelist of broccoli, an ambassador of sorts. That's his greatness, really.
Take a knee, take a knee, take a knee, take a knee. You can't make it to heaven with a high step. You can't make it to heaven with a high step. I played both sides of the field, I was better at defense. They put me out in special teams, the college league wasn't impressed. The press called me workhorse, I ignored her like the crowd. I had calories to burn off and I made my parents proud. Jersey with a number that concealed faulty equipment. A cog in the machine, but the team saw me as different. All beyond my years, my chest hair was like a carpet sweater. They made me leader, I wore that C like a scarlet letter. Whether hot or cold, I had to avoid the loss and play better than the competitor, whether or not we won the coin toss. I watched it flip in slow motion and I considered odds. It's a sin to gamble, so I left the risk to God. We had a locker room prayer, we all lobbied the Lord. I pretended to know the words, I bowed my head and mouth along. That was my way then. I was a slave to the playpen, where I tried to make friends and I couldn't wait to say amen. I hit the field with the shield that was dented and a sword that was warped by the wars that invented. I'm a veteran with all this medicine on my plate, cause the game that we played was how much pain can you tolerate? Can you do it without showing no signs of it? Without fooling yourself so that you don't know when it's time to quit? Hell no. Well, amen. Give me the pigskin, kid. I'm headhunting for Satan. I'm throwing elbows till they're breaking. The coach made him look normal just by the way that he taped him. I never went pro. I got paid in admiration and respect, but all of that seems to be changing. Try to make it to heaven with a high step. I try to make it to heaven with a high step. I try to make it to heaven with a high step and get it done before we reach sudden doom.
That is a pussy! Let's make this goddamn jump. What do you say?
I go from house to house to stay committed, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I bounce, yeah, I'm leaving this place. Divorce papers falling out my briefcase. Misintuition, the half-truth harlot. Got her suspicions, lacks proof but wants it. I've been practicing grabbing the noose when the knot slips, rewiring my mind to make the firing squad miss. And while they're busy reloading and decoding the messages you sent with this key that I keep holding, but it's a copy and the lock seems broken. Got me choking on discussions I cannot keep open. I'm fully clothed in this cock tease moment. The last cigarette sits between my lips, but I will not smoke it. While it dangled, I got strangled by a second hand. Broke the ropes when I held my breath and let my chest expand. Threw the stogie to the lonely hitman for hire. Told him he owed me, he showed me that his hand's on fire. We didn't shake on it, he nodded, I nodded back. He lit the cigarette with his fingertip and dropped the gap. I started walking the tracks he should have tied me to. Waited for a train to hop and stop to say goodbye to you. When I turned my head, I heard what you said. Murder, I'm dead. Tried to do it with the girl in his bed, so I fled. Remembered one should never look back. There's no direction home, only blood on the tracks. Stuck in the past, I jetted and left the red footprints for them to follow. Headed toward tomorrow, and I took sips from a flask you bought me on my sober anniversary. Her dad tracks my scent. She got her old man in search of me. He knows where I'm headed. He's been there, king of the home. Sits on his throne like it's an electric chair. I'm the heir to that domestic death sentence. I see people accepting lethal injections, dead in seconds. They confuse prison for a bed and breakfast. Use the one call and voicemail to see you left a message. Could it be her? Could it be? They're desperate, mad at me cause they lack a strategy for exit. Nobody pregnant, nobody get burnt. I got lost on this head trip, but I won't talk to an expert. My legs hurt cause I've been walking with cement boots ever since you lured me to the waterbed to get cute. She had a wetsuit and dry disposition, but couldn't execute that type of mission. It's no small time thing, organizing my ending. My book of life should choose your own adventure with a circular section. You could tell your friends I walked all over you, but you know that's not what these boots were made to do. In fact, you had them crafted at the store. You said, baby, slip them on. I don't know what you take me for. Knew what was up once I felt nailed to the floor. Since the key didn't work, I kicked my way through the door. I keep moving, I go from house to house. I stay committed, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I bounce, yeah, I'm leaving this place. Divorce papers falling out my briefcase. I go from house to house. I stay committed, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I bounce, yeah, I'm leaving this place. Divorce papers falling the fuck out my briefcase. I am no destination, I am just a journey. don't go settling on me, love. Nah, don't go settling on me. I am no destination, I am just the journey. So don't go settling on me, love. Nah, don't go settling on me. He is killing off the best parts of himself and claiming he could read people's skin. When he looked down at his heart flap, it said, "Boy, go find your spine and ride it out of here."
I just sit there and let the thoughts flood. And I'll remind myself it's alright, it's all good, it's all love. It's not though, cause there's a kink in the armor, a pothole I'm sinking in while I think of the drama. So I stand up, I start to pace in my living room, set my eye to the highway, knowing that I'll play chicken soon. There's a vanity plate with my name on it. There's a Davy Crockett hat with a Masonic fat cat under it. A musket rifle spitting at my feet. They want me to dance in the middle of the street, and I respect my elders, so I do as I'm told. But I offset the bell curve when I do it with soul, losing control. Guilty feet do have rhythm, they just dance to the wrong theme music to amuse the villain. Instead of killing, I'll spare the raccoon and start filling sandbags as I stare at the moon and let the thoughts flood. Blessed are those who are damned. When the levee broke, how many choked on the steps of a slow dance? A staircase to a hug with no hands. Accountability hung out to dry on the line of command. We let the thoughts flood. We remind ourselves it's all right, it's all good, it's all love. It's not though, cause there's a kink in the armor, a pothole I'm sinking in. Sharing a drink with my father, it's a family affair. The vanity we share, the waterline is rising, and all we do is stand there. The waterline is rising, and all we do is stand there. The waterline is rising, and all we do is stand there. The waterline is rising, all we do is stand there. The waterline is rising, and all we do is stand there. The waterline is rising, all we do is stand there.
Too good to last, he thought. Might as well have been a dream, he thought.
Lights are out, phones are dead, and I'm the only thing that's running in the city. Except for the clouds, and then they're coming down. If I knew my way around, I wouldn't feel so dizzy. Where's the telly? Nobody can tell me. I don't speak a lick of that language and got a slippery memory. If I spelled it all out on my arm, only if, but I didn't, so I think get a grip, kid, deal with it. Baby's waiting for a ring, won't settle for the substitute excuse that's forming. I got a complicated case of escapism. For her I try to rewire my nature, too tired to wake her up out of that artificial calm she was on. A drug-induced future that slipped out of her palm. Seductive rain dancer, she thinks I'm waterproof, like Superman doesn't need a roof over his head. When I come home to roost, I need truth to hold in bed, but I'm seeking salvation in a booth, and the phones are dead. and the lights are out, and I'm the only thing that's living in this ghost town, except for the clouds, and then they're coming down. If I knew my way around by now, I'd be bound for home. Blackout on white night in Rome. Blackout on white night in Rome. I know that I'm in love, but I know I'm out of touch. And I know that I get dumb when I can sense something's up and then I bottom out. European tailspin, scrawling messages out on my pale skin in hopes they get mailed in before the ink poisoning takes effect, and it gets smudged cause I budge before letting paint set. I get judged by the ones who have shelter and rain checks while I trudge through the mud cause this foreign terrain's wet. Regain consciousness and lose common sense. The ominous dark skies that lie between me and Providence are signs. The obvious answer isn't standing on your face with stilettos on if you caught the question wrong. Every song's a post-afterthought. I won't grab the chalk to outline my body of work. Toe tags get caught in my teeth cause my foot is in my mouth, and the spurs are in my words so my tongue can't dismount. Even after our rapport had fully run its course, couldn't figure out the most heroic time to jump from the horse and place this old hat for the last time on the coat rack. But I donate all of my earnings from this race just to know that. Resisting urges to go back and get it later, like the milk would unsour itself in the refrigerator. A wet boy in a dry state on an old country road where tradition has a blind date. I make it dance on its own grave tonight with a change of direction by the pale moonlight. And if it needs theme music, I'll break out the bagpipes and play a tune you ghost wrote me in a past life that goes like Blackout on white night in Rome.
Sounds dramatic, and it is, but worked because it was just fucking word release finally after writing it in my head and not being able to talk.
It's been a hell of a year, but I'm mentally prepared to do a dance around the next couple medical scares. I'm Fred Astaire with metal wearing quickly off my tap shoes. I step quietly the way the cats move, but I'm bear like, my head trapped in dare lights. You could call me John, I'm writing letters to the dark side of the moon tonight. My lovely Jane, you went away but the pain stayed. I'm sending you a package to the address where you traded names. Made no claims of the identity theft, more concerned about the home with no amenities left. It's already a mess, the dust piles like your junk mail. So I eat away depression and crush the scale. You find yourself on the opposite side of the spectrum, emaciated on a strict diet of breadcrumbs. Me, I choose to wallow and swim in my fat. You refuse to swallow, so I see ribs from the back. This isn't an attack, it's an admission of guilt. I'm living in the past, kissing your ass, sipping your milk, but it's all bone and curdle. I saw stones in a circle, stood in the middle, told myself riddles in a robe that's purple. The murder weapon was an icicle. Is that the reason why I'm standing in this puddle with my eyes so full? I fight feelings like a war on drugs. I'm a chemist with a test tube addiction, born through coffee mugs. Our baby now is all grown up. Your car is still dead in my driveway while I wait for the tow truck. And you know what? I know I drove you away, and I still don't think it was wrong, so I don't know what to say. It's been a tough year. You say that life ain't fair, well guess what, baby? Life ain't condemns to breaks. You say that life ain't worth it, but it is. You gotta work it, nobody's life is perfect, yeah. You've been dealt a bad hand, placed against a stacked deck, been through all the CAT scans and bad checks, but I'm slash